Hello everybody, it's Aaron. Welcome to another episode of Feed the Beast. Burke2718, I hope you're watching. I took your suggestion to heart. I'm doing it right now. I've been meaning to get around to putting doors on the place, but it's just one of those things. So, a couple things I want to do today. You hear a nether portal. I actually recorded this episode and then something happened to my audio file of my voice, and I didn't want to do a voiceover, so here's what I did. Actually, first things first, I need to cook something. I need to cook soul sand, and I'll tell you why in a minute. We're going to make some soul... I guess I'll tell you why right now. We're going to make soul shards. I talked about that before, and I actually figured out how to do it. So we're going to do that. I just need one of these to start, and then I'm going to need a bunch more. And it takes a really long time. You have to basically cook a diamond. It takes a really long time. So here's our soul forge. This is what you need to make a soul shard. And once I start this cooking, I'll get into what I messed up on last episode. And we'll just put this right here. I guess I can go ahead and start this thing and then put more fuel in later. Basically, you have your corrupted essence. You cook your soul sand in a regular furnace, powered furnace, electric furnace, whatever, into vile dust. You put it with glowstone dust and you get corrupted essence. And then you take a diamond, put it in your soul forge, and it takes 8 of these to cook the diamond. And it takes a really long time for the fire to go down. So hopefully this will finish by the end of the episode. I didn't time it when I did it earlier in another world. So first things first, if you remember at the end of the last episode, we saw the blue things in the conductive pipe. I actually fired up about 8 magmatic engines in a test world, and those blue things, it's just energy buildup, and it actually takes a long time to build up. They actually turn red before they blow up, and what happened to me was just the single pipe blew up. So like I had this one and this one blow up, and then this one and that one blew up. It didn't damage the machines or the engines or anything like that. Of course, my machines were 2 blocks away, so I don't know why that is. Why those are in there right now, because the engines are off, everything's at 0. The redstone energy cell, which I made in the last episode, is set to 0, and it's not gaining or losing. So let me grab a little more of this. And what did we put in? 3 already, so I think we're going to need to put in 5 more. So 2 have already, or we're just now on the second one. So you can see it goes all the way across just like a regular furnace, and it's only to here. So what happened in the last episode, I needed to make a magma crucible and a liquid transposer in order to make this redstone energy cell. And I did it, and like I said, the thing got messed up. So basically, you can look up the recipe for these machines. These 2 are really easy. It takes your machine frame, just like we made for all the other thermal expansion machines, that machine frame. The redstone energy cell is a bit more involved. You have to make electrum, which I believe is tin and silver. You have to make the electrum blend. It's tin dust and silver dust. Or gold and silver, sorry. That gives you 2 electrum, and then you just... spooky sounds. Then you just cook it right up. So basically what I did was I made the... Whoa, do you see what's happening to my chests over there? That's weird. They're all empty. Anyhow, I made the redstone energy cell to power the filler, and I need to clear out some more space, so I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do that now while this thing is cooking, and I'm going to need a wrench for that. And to take the thing off, you shift right click just like you do with all the thermal expansion things. Maybe. Well, maybe you have to use a hammer on that now. I thought I did it with a wrench before. Yep. Shift right click with the hammer. You notice it still has all its energy. And this thing will power something if it's sitting next to it. The filler. There's the recipe for the filler. It's a Buildcraft machine. And essentially what I did was I hollowed out a room down here because I'm going to put our lava tank. It's going to go on the other side of this wall right here. And then I figured I'd line up all the engines. I'd run some conductive pipe or conduit up here. And then this is the wall. So I could run my machines. You have the little bit of conductive pipe sticking up, and I just run all the ores through right to left, and then that chest on the end over here, we probably can't see from down here, but that one will be for like the processed ores, and then I'll filter out the other ones by on my own. So let me find my water bucket and kill the portal because I hate the portal sound. So I'm not really sure how far to go over, so I think I'll just hollow out this whole underground right here. And basically you just take your landmarks and you define your area. You right click them, they connect, and then you come down here and you go, as far as you want to go. That ought to be, well, let's go a little further. Since I'm not just demonstrating, I'm actually doing what I want to do, so. Alright, so I click that one to make sure that it's connected. And you have to have at least 3. If I set it up right now, it would only clear out everything below this one and between these two. And you can do that vertically or horizontally. I want to do it. See, I am right by the surface, so that's good. And I may end up clearing out a little bit of area because there is a little drop off. So I may end up with a bit of a hole, but that's okay. I want plenty of room down here to do whatever we need to do. So if you notice, I'm going to put the filler next to this one. This is the one that is connected to all of the other ones, and I don't think that the bug with it exists anymore. I think once you have them all, they'll all connect. You can see the red lines going everywhere. But before, you had to click on the one that was connected to the other 3. So if you clicked this one, it wouldn't connect to all of them. So let me make sure I've got my backpacks unlocked, because this is just going to drop all the blocks on the ground. And one other thing I totally forgot to mention, I want to show you something. Look at this. I upgraded and we now have equivalent exchange. So you get shards of minium by killing mobs, from what I understand. I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to go over to that skeleton spawner where the wisps are, and I'm going to set my soul shard to that. If we have time this episode, we'll do that. And then once I get my minium, I can turn iron into ender pearls. And let me see, I wonder if we right click this one, it'll show us all the recipes. 68 recipes. You can do so much stuff with it. And we're going to the one I'm interested in. Well, you can turn obsidian into iron, or clay into iron. So if you have a ton of obsidian, you turn it into iron. You can turn your iron to gold, gold to diamond. But the one that I want to see is this one right here, iron to ender pearl. So there's a bunch of stuff. We're going to have to get the hang of that. I think this is really the only thing in it right now. I don't think that the other things are in it. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to pop this down. All the landmarks are going to fall off, and I'm going to collect them. You don't have to. They're pretty cheap. I mean, it's one stick. You take a redstone torch and you put lapis on it. That's it. So we're going to take our energy cell. We're going to put it right here. And the filler, it will do a bunch of different things. Obviously, it fills. You need brick for that. And if we ever use it for a project, I'll get into it. I don't want to right now. We're going to use it to clear an area. And to do that, you take glass and you fill in all 9 of these slots. And then you'll see this little thing show up, and you'll notice the lights on top were green. If we move glass, they're red because it doesn't have a program set or whatever. So we've got the green thing. I'm going to increase this. By the way, left click is plus 5 or minus 5, and right click will move in increments of 1. So I'm just going to kick it up to about 50. And the thing starts at the bottom on the other side, of course. But you can see it's already cleared out 1 row. And there it goes. This is a really good way if you just need to clear out an area that you have access to. Uh-oh. It's my endless water pool upstairs. I went a little far, but that's okay. No big deal. We used to use these to harvest the giant rubber trees in Tekkit. And you can do a setup with obsidian pipes and stuff, but it was a really good way to harvest them because those things are kind of a pain to harvest. But basically what we do is we define an area, plant a tree there. When it grows, let's put some more dirt here. When it grows, you take out a piece of glass and put it back, and then it clears the area again. So if you wanted to use this to clear the same area multiple times of trees or whatever, you could do that. But since forestry is in here, it's really unnecessary. So that is another little room for us. I don't know what we're going to do in this room, but it is about the same. Well, that's actually a little bigger than this room. I made this one specifically for ore processing, and I'm going to move the coke oven down here as well, and maybe a blast furnace. Or rather, this will be the power station, and the ores will happen upstairs. Anyhow, so this thing is not working, which means the redstone energy cell will not output any energy, which is great. When you fill with this thing, you put your resources in here, and then you define what you want to do up on top. So let's go see if our soul shards are ready with 1 diamond. Now, who's going to tell me to put in windows? Because you hear spiders, they can crawl right in. Actually, this might be a really good opportunity to demonstrate this. If that thing is ready, you get 3 shards for 1 diamond, and it looks like that thing is still burning. So I'm gonna put the rest of the stuff in there. You have to have the soul shard on your hotbar, and if you kill an enemy, then it sets the type of soul shard. So that one right there on my hotbar, if I can get the spiders to come play. I heard them scurrying around. There's a zombie. We'll do zombie. That's fine. I bet the creepers can get up here. Boy, that's some kind of bug, huh? And I don't mean the spider, I mean, it looked like he was crawling through the, crawling in the floor. Okay, well we can make this a creeper. We'll just kill him through the window. And if you hover over this thing, there's no type yet. As soon as we kill him, you see it got a bar. It says what kind of soul shard it is, what tier it is, and how many we've killed. And I forgot to actually bring up the page on my other monitor so I could see. Whoa, the spider's right there, isn't he? Alright, so now we kill the spider. So we got the spider one and we got the creeper one. They're both tier 0. When you go up a tier, it'll tell you, but I forgot to leave the thing open so that I could, so I can tell you how many kills it takes. But I will try to remember to put a link in the description for the Soul Shard wiki or the Minecraft forum post, either way. I'm going to cover that up for now and sleep. And what I really want to do with this is I want to go over to the spawners and I want to make a skeleton one, I guess, since, you know, there's a skeleton spawner over there. And I want to use that spawner to increase the number of souls in here. And actually, that's something else I need to do. I need to enchant something, but I don't have any hide. I thought I got all the books from the village. Did I not do that? Man. Okay, cool. That'll work, I think. I already made it. I just forgot to set it up. So, how about that? We'll also use this for enchanting. Basically, I need to enchant a sword. I got an enchantment earlier, messing around in a little server, and it was a Soul Stealer 3 or something like that. It was pretty awesome. For every enemy I killed, I got three fills on my soul shard, and that's actually what made me remember that I needed to do this. So I want to do this with a diamond sword, just because I have a diamond or two to spare, and I actually probably have enough XP to do a pick also, but we're not going to do that just yet. So I can only do 28. That's fine. What did I get? Disjunction 3. I don't know what that is. Knockback 2 is good. That's what the other one I did at Disjunction 3 and not and Soul Stealer 3 or something to that effect. Pretty awesome. Like I said, every one I killed, I got 3. So that is great. As far as the minium shards go for the equivalent exchange, if the creature dies in sunlight or something, they don't drop it. You actually have to kill them. So going over to that skeleton spawner will actually serve two purposes. I can fill the soul shard, and then I can also get some minium to make our minium stone. And I can turn some of this iron into ender pearls because we don't need that much iron right now. And here's what you do. You have to make a soul cage. This is the recipe. And I'm only going to make one right now. I'm going to use some of these for our tank that we're going to make fairly soon. But basically, I believe how it goes is you fill up your soul shard to whatever tier you want to get to. And then when you're there, you place your soul cage somewhere. And then you put your shard in it. And then it's now a mob spawner. The bad thing is, anything that's spawned from the soul cage doesn't go toward your soul shard count, because that would be a little too easy, I think. But still pretty awesome, and I want to try to wait and get to like at least tier 2 or 3 before I spend the soul shard, because I want to make it worth the time. So that's really all I wanted to get accomplished this episode. I wanted to make the soul shard just so, while we're out and about, I could just go ahead and start collecting some souls to fill it up, because if we're going to be killing them anyway, we might as well get something out of it. So the last episode I had quite the time with thermal expansion. I apologize for that. I was having an off day and I thought I had the liquid things down, but apparently I either missed something or something happened in the update. I don't know. I apologize for that. I have been doing a little bit of work with the turtle, and I know some commands, and I was working on like writing like a basic program. I'm not very good at that, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna take me a lot of trial and error, so anything I do with that will not be in an episode. So unfortunately I just made it daytime. I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's dump everything in a chest. Also, I didn't notice this until today. You could make zirconium brick. I think I'm going to cook up a bunch of zirconium and make the brick. So apparently I started sorting. We'll get into Thaumcraft later. I was just messing around with something and I wanted to see which one made the research table. And you have to put something on it. I forgot what it was. It was pen and no, it's not pen and quill. You make it with an ink sac, a bottle, and something else. I'm learning how to do Thaumcraft research, so hopefully I can get it down, and then when we do it over here in this world, it'll be fairly easy, and I won't be fumbling around like I was with those stupid liquiducts. Oh, that is not cool. I probably should have brought a pick, huh? What the hell is wrong with me? Come on, kill him. Where did he go? I'm not generating hearts, am I? I might be about to waste all this XP. Yep. I was slain by a wisp. That's okay. That's why I emptied everything into a chest, because I figured that would probably happen. It's close enough that it's not a big deal to run back over there and get my sword back, because for me, that's a big deal. I gotta get my stuff back. So let me do that, and then we'll call this thing quits. Ow. I just wanted to have a little fun this episode. So this is me having fun. Really, I probably ought to make armor. I'm notorious for not having doors on my house and not wearing armor hardly at all ever. Unless I'm on SMP and somebody makes it for me, it doesn't even occur to me to craft it. And I did a couple of playthroughs. Yeah, what's up now? I wish I could like taunt the guy. I did some playthroughs of some of those Vex super hostile maps, and that was really when I learned, okay, I need to wear armor. But it didn't really help me in SSP because it's not super hostile. It's probably mildly hostile at best. So I think that'll about do it for this episode. Let me get my soul shard. I heard a zombie. Oh, I didn't get my sword back. That is bad. That was the whole reason I went over there. I got the wisp essence. I got all excited. All right, let me get this thing, and then that'll be it. As always, as I always say, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Also, feel free to make suggestions if you have any. And as soon as I have an ender pearl, I'm going to get a gravity gun, and I'm going to move that skeleton spawner out of here. I heard that the portal gun would not do it, and I tried it and it worked, and the gravity gun will also do it, and I may have mentioned that last episode. So if I'm repeating myself, I apologize. I'm going to grab these while we're here. And that's it. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.